I've been given the cue, so it's time to record. Wisdom and patience are not always part of our experience with the personas we label as fathers. And those persons we label as wise and patient often bear no resemblance to what we stereotype as a father. Yet they are messengers of the Father when we see them with spiritual aware eyes. Our friend Deanna, the soul currently in service as the president of our board of trustees with Ocean Unity and our speaker today, is bringing us a message to help us recognize the meaning and messages of those fathers in our lives and the Father as well. Please welcome Deanna Trail.
Thanks, everybody, and everybody remotely as well. So it's Father's Day, one of those emotionally charged days that we have good feelings, bad feelings, but some feeling about. Isn't that true for us all? So today I'm going to talk to you based on a lucid dream I had about 6 weeks ago. And I didn't know I was going to be doing this 6 weeks ago. But a lucid dream is a dream that you have that comes as a package, and then you don't forget about it. It lingers. You know, most of our dreams come, most of our dreams go, but lucid dreams have more substance. So I'm going to be sharing the message that I received. And this is honoring and appreciating all of our fathers. You know, when I think about all the stuff we're being sold for Father's Day and what fathers want, the more I thought about it, the more I thought that our fathers really only want only two things. They want to feel loved and they want to feel appreciated. And everything else just feeds into that. So this Sunday, we're going to do both of those things. And whether your father left you years ago or is still with you, we will honor him and work to release some charge that may be around your relationship with him. The result may be that you can appreciate your relationship even more than you do at this moment. We will use the power and the love of our Divine Father to help us in this process. And the result can be joyful. I know people, and you probably know people, that have never lost their connection with their fathers, despite decades that the fathers died and been on the other side. I also know people that can't have enough distance between themselves and their father. And most of us are somewhere in between. So at a bare minimum, Dad gave you his physical genetic destiny to be in this world today. And you are here to share some of those gifts that he gave you. So for this alone, we can be grateful. Even if Dad showed up for a moment, he gave you something powerful and useful that brought you into this world. That's not to discount what Mom did, but Dad gave you that genetic destiny. And I hope you had a lot more good times with Dad as well. Today, we're going to use the power of guided imagery to help us. So I'm going to ask you to get comfortable, whether you're sitting in this room or you're sitting somewhere else. I'm going to ask you to get comfortable. Put your feet on the floor, uncross your arms, uncross your legs, open your heart space. That usually means that you open your shoulders, drop your shoulders, and open your heart. I want you to soften your throat, and I want you to feel like there's an opening space between your eyes. And let yourself now just breathe naturally. Then take yourself in your mind's eye to a scene where you see your father at his best his very best. He can be young or he can have jowls. So you got Dad in the scene, you're in the scene, and I want you to start walking toward him and take the time to really look at him. Look at his whole form, look at his eyes. And then I want you to say, in this scenario, I love you today. I love you today. And just stay with that for a moment. And then feel your feet, feel the space around you, and return. And just sit with that for a couple more breaths and see how that feels. And now I'm going to invite you to allow this space, the space you're in, wherever you are, here or elsewhere, to be comfortable, supporting, and welcoming for you. We're going to go back into our experiences and our memories of Dad. So once again, I'd like you to put your feet on the floor, uncross anything that's been crossed, open your heart space, soften your throat, feel the space between your eyes, and just let the breath flow naturally and easily. And I want you to return to this scene with your father. See him as a young man, then middle-aged, and if he lived longer, finally as an older man. See the whole picture. See him giving you what he could, whatever that means, giving you whatever he could, even if it missed the mark, even if it fell short, even if he wasn't there at all, even if he didn't understand your pain, even when he gave you emotional wounds that you still carry, even when he didn't understand the needs of your heart, even if he praised you for the wrong things or didn't seem to praise you at all. And if he left your life before you, while you still needed him, if he left your life while you still needed him, you may still feel there's a hole that he left. And this may bring up some emotions, and just let them bubble up. Because beside you in your mind's eye, there's a shoebox with a strong lid. And I want you in your mind's eye to pick that up and open it. And now all the feelings that are bubbling up to the surface, allow them to flow into that box. And as they flow into that box, they just settle there. Continue breathing. Some of these feelings you may not even have names for, and that's okay. Don't judge, don't justify, don't protect. Just let any of those feelings flow. And whatever comes up, just let it move into the box. You're just breathing, watching, and observing. And as those feelings begin to slow and turn into a trickle, maybe come to a conclusion, I want you to just reach over and put the secure lid on top of the box. And continue breathing. Now I'd like you to set the box on the floor, out of your way, and begin to feel the space all around you, and gently come back to the room. And welcome back. And I promise that you'd have an opportunity to honor all your fathers today, and so we will. Ocean Unity's bylaws say that our purpose is to demonstrate and teach the teachings of Jesus Christ. as interpreted essentially by the Unity Worldwide Ministries. Do you ever think of it that way? That's what it says. And fortunately, that gives us lots of room to work between the positive teachings of Jesus that we talk about, between all of the uplifting teachings that come out of the Unity movement. We've got a wealth of materials that we can draw on. So allow us now for today and for this moment to do what Jesus did. He is said to be the Son of the living God we refer to today, and most of us accept that. So what did Jesus call his dad? You already know the answer to this. Father, sometimes my Father, sometimes our Father. He's also said to have called his father Abba. You've probably heard this too. And Abba is another word for father, but it demonstrates a close relationship between father and son. So it's not like Jesus is up here in his heaven and Father God is over there looking over the entire universe, and occasionally, they wave. It's not like there's a much closer relationship, like a really constructive relationship between a human father and a human son. So now we're going to honor and thank our spiritual father too. For at a minimum, this father gave you your spiritual genetic DNA. Spiritual genetic DNA. It's embedded in you. And it's part of the second principle of unity teaching. You have a divine spark that was installed in you. Installed. And it's in every human being. And we talk about this a lot, right? Not new. The spiritual DNA we are learning in Unity and Ocean Unity to awaken, to unfold, and to release its potential. That's one of the reasons I believe we come together. For we are the children of the living God, the children of the living God, the living Father. Living God, living Father, and we are children. So what are some of the qualities of this spiritual father, this Abba? Your list could probably be longer than the one I put together. But this father is loving. This father always takes our calls, despite the hour or the number of times we make a call. This father knows what's on your heart, both your desires and any wounds that you feel. This father is a great listener. This father is slow to judge or condemn. This father always gives us great advice, even if we have to learn to look, to listen, to feel, and to wait for the signals. This father is willing and prepared to help us solve any pain or any problem. What a great deal. So at this moment, we're going to bring together this Father's Day, our physical DNA dad, with our spiritual DNA dad. So for the last time, I'm going to ask you to uncross whatever you've crossed, your legs, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, open your heart space, settle your shoulders, soften your throat, open the space between your eyes. Breathing fully, breathing easily. Let this be a safe and supportive space wherever you are. And now I want you to feel the warm support from God, God the good, God who loves you without conditions, God who does not judge you, the Father who sees your perfection, the Father who sees your beauty, the Father who sees your loving essence. This Father always has your back. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to pick up the shoebox with the lid that's secured and place your hand on top of the shoebox and just let it rest there. Allow that warm feeling to penetrate the box. Draw on your spiritual DNA that connects you with your eternal Father. Allow there to be a gentle, non-toxic dissolving of the contents in the box as you trust your loving Father. For the loving Father has assumed the pain and transmuted it into something that is peaceful and loving. And just let this flow through the box. Flow through the box, flow through you as you release and allow. Believe that what you're experiencing is the new you. The new you. And one of the things that I have learned is, as an evolving spiritual being, the importance of allowing. Allowing Spirit to do Spirit's work. Allowing me to get out of my own way so that Spirit can be present. Deepen your breath. Any ash from the shoebox is now gone. And you are back in the room. And you can open your eyes. That feel okay? Feel okay? Michael Beckwith. Some of you, many of you have probably heard of Michael Beckwith. He's kind of an enormous force and voice for contemporary spirituality. He's like a headliner that speaks to large groups of people. And he's really an amazing human being. And he's worked with the Unity program on and off for years. Michael Beckwith says there are 4 stages or steps in our relationship with the divine. I'm going to talk about 3 of those today. The first is God and the world we see is present and does everything to me. Let me give you an example. I don't seem to be able to keep a job. My family is bad. I'm having trouble paying my bills. I don't have any friends except for those drunks who really don't like me anyway. I have no respect. No one cares about me. And deep down, I'm angry and I'm afraid. Everything is being done to me. There's a word for these people. They're called victims. And we all know them. And at times we've probably been that person. So we're going to move up the spiritual vibration level to number 2. God in the world is present and does everything for me. For me. We're getting closer to this stuff we talk about a lot. God loves me. I trust God to make the right decisions. We have regular talks. I've gotten pretty good at listening and looking for signals to my prayers, and it works. Even if it looks like a challenge, it will come out all right. I love my family and they love me. I find friends who feel like I do. I look forward and I am excited to see my life unfolding in such interesting ways. God is on my side. God is for me. Okay, we're moving up the spiritual level to that third level. And you will have heard about this before too. God and the world present through me. Here's some examples. I am in frequent contact and connection with my very divine nature. It activates my expanded sense of expanding love, joy, and peace to others. Even the ones I don't know or wouldn't have liked earlier. I love my family and my friends. They are amazing, and I support their emotional needs in new ways. My life is turning into a service where it is easy to offer love and peaceful support in ways that appear to me in the moment. Often I have moments of genuine flow in my life. God is present through me. Can you feel the difference in the vibrational energy? And doesn't it sound a lot like what Unity also teaches? Although Michael Beckwith is not from a Unity base. So why do I want to talk to you today about Michael Beckwith's steps? God does it to me. God does it for me. God does it through me. And why do I want to talk about this on Father's Day? Because what you carried as pain in your memories of your physical dad limited you. It limited you. It limited you to a lower vibration than what you are. And that's a heaviness that you don't need to carry with you as you move up the vibrational ladder. Less and less of the pain of your past needs to live with you in your present. It doesn't have to be part of your future unless you want to continue to carry it. It's not reflective of who you are now and who you are forevermore. And if you release the contents of the box, know that you are moving up the vibrational ladder. You are saying yes to your spiritual DNA while honoring and appreciating your physical dad even more today. This is a gift for you. This is a gift for your bio dad. And if you liked this system, if this gave you something you can use, you can repeat this with anyone, any relationship in your life as often as you'd like to release the heaviness and move into the depth of your spiritual being, moving up the vibrational ladder, releasing the baggage, releasing the clutter, where we are all amazing, magnificent beings as we draw more and more on the strength and the love of our spiritual Father. today and every day. And I thank you for this opportunity, and I wish you a blessed day.